INDYCAR is implementing a revolutionary change to how racing is officiated, and series president Doug Boles just provided crucial details about the new independent system launching this season. The transformation represents a fundamental shift in governance that separates competition decisions from series ownership. Last Thursday, INDYCAR announced the three-member Independent Officiating Board that will oversee INDYCAR Officiating Incorporated, a newly created nonprofit organization. This board will elect a Managing Director of Officiating who takes control of the competition side of the sport. Chartered team owners voted to select motorsports legend Ray Evernham and automotive veteran Raj Nair, while the FIA appointed Ronan Morgan as the third member. Speaking on Off Track with Hinch and Rossi podcast, Boles traced the decision back to May when discussions began with teams about structural changes. The FIA visited Milwaukee that summer to observe operations and provided fascinating feedback. They concluded INDYCAR's system wasn't broken and actually excelled in certain areas compared to FIA operations. However, the critical missing piece was a firewall between series ownership and decision-making authority. The selection process for board members proved thoughtful and democratic. Team owners nominated various candidates, including motorsports professionals and pure business people. Nominees underwent vetting to confirm interest and check for conflicts, like recent work with race teams or other series within the past 12 months. Owners then voted to narrow the pool before final selections were made through votes conducted from Monday through Wednesday of last week. Interestingly, while all three board members knew of each other, they had never actually met until their recent phone conference. Now the real work begins as Evernham, Nair, and Morgan establish this completely separate nonprofit organization with no connection to INDYCAR. Their primary responsibility involves hiring the Managing Director of Officiating, who becomes the person ultimately deciding rule implementation, personnel placement, and operational structure. This Managing Director reports directly to the Independent Officiating Board, but the board's role is limited to evaluating performance and potentially replacing the director if necessary. They are not an appeals board, despite what many people assumed. Boles emphasized these three individuals won't attend every race. Once the Managing Director is hired and given an agreed-upon budget, that person handles hiring, implementation, and day-to-day operations. Penske Entertainment cannot control, hire, fire, or influence any personnel decisions. Everything runs through the Managing Director and the Independent Officiating Board. The Managing Director oversees all competition matters, including technical inspections, race inspections, and rule implementation. INDYCAR continues writing the rulebook, but INDYCAR Officiating Incorporated can suggest changes that INDYCAR must consider. The appeals process falls entirely under the new system's control, with INDYCAR having no involvement. INDYCAR retains authority only over off-track situations that could prove detrimental to the sport. This differs from Formula One, where the FIA writes rules and possesses complete authority. INDYCAR wanted to avoid completely surrendering product control to an independent board. The Managing Director establishes the annual budget and oversees the race director, technical inspection leadership, and stewards. There's flexibility in the structure, allowing appointment of assistant race directors or additional stewards if deemed necessary. Boles stressed the importance of giving freedom to make improvements while acknowledging current operations generally work well. This system should ultimately make INDYCAR better by ensuring objective, independent officiating.